Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kendall, aka Fierce Fit, and we are welcoming another week of Foodie Friday. So this week is definitely a different week for me because if you guys watched my last video, you know that I've actually transitioned into a more intuitive style of eating, and I did track macros for about 5 years, so this is definitely something new for me, but I wanted to basically share this full day of eating with you guys and show you how I'm easing my way into intuitive eating and really just learning to be aligned and in tune with my body. And so I'm going to show you guys a little bit about how I kind of choose the foods that I'm choosing throughout the day, why I choose them, and really just show you how I'm listening to my body and how I'm going about this kind of new venture that I'm taking on with intuitive eating. So throughout this video, I'll take you through all the meals and things that I eat throughout the day, and also share some tips with you guys about how I'm transitioning into more of an intuitive style of eating. I definitely think I'll be able to share with you guys a little bit more as I kind of find out what works best for me. We're all different as individuals, so I'm just trying to figure out what works best for me. So with that being said, let us get into our full day of eating. It's Foodie Friday, fam. Good morning. It's breakfast time. So for breakfast this morning, I went a little bit light. I usually do like an English muffin, or actually usually do one of these bad boys. But it's a rest day and I woke up, I'm not super starving, so I just went kind of light with rice cakes. Put Legendary Foods nut butter on top of them, and then just egg whites and spinach, and nothing was measured and it just feels really good. So I'm going to eat this and I have the busiest work day of my life. So I just finished my breakfast. It is 7:06 and I am just about to do my biggest unit of work for the day. So generally I would wake up, eat breakfast, do about an hour of work, and then go to the gym. But I am resting today because it is my busiest work day. It's check-in day with my clients. I have like 30 something check-ins. So I am drinking a coffee and I am decaffeinating right now. So this is a decaf coffee. Me and my clients are all decaffeinating together. So we're gonna see how that goes. I can make a separate video about why I'm doing that. If you guys want that, you can comment below. But I'm gonna get like 2.5 to 3 hours of work done right now. I might go to Chris's jits, but if I don't, then I'm just gonna keep on working and then eat when I'm hungry. So I will catch you guys up with how intuitive eating is going and my strategies and kind of how I'm playing it all out, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So I just worked, I did change my shirt too. I just worked and I did my hair, took a 5-minute break. So what I do is I work for like 20 minutes and then I will take like a 5-minute break, work for an hour, take like a 5-minute break, and usually I go on walks, but I actually am trying to be as sedentary as possible today because I've just been so active that I think my body does need a true break. So you guys can see I drank all the waters today. I try and stay hydrated. It's like 9:40 right now. And I did get hungry. Like, I feel super hungry right now, so I am gonna go and eat something really quickly. Just gonna whip something up quick. I'll show you guys what it is. I'm kind of in the mood for potatoes. I cooked potatoes last night and I was like, you know what, I really want to eat these, so I kind of want something like that. So I'm just gonna compose up like a little meal, something super quick, so I can get back to work, and then I'll show you guys what I'm eating and talk to you guys after that about everything. So here I have potatoes and chicken. I just went for like a decent amount. I'm not quite sure how much I'm craving right now, so we'll see how I feel after this. But I'm gonna put a little bit of MCT oil on my potatoes with some cinnamon. So yes. And this is a really just good source of fat. Puts ketones into your body, helps you burn fat, and obviously it's just like a really healthy source of fat. So that, and then I'm going to put cinnamons on the potatoes. And then I also have some asparagus cooking up, so I'll show you guys when I finish the entire meal. Okay, and then here is my full meal. I have a little bit of Stubbs barbecue sauce that I'm going to dip my chicken in. I have a sweet potato with, oh, this is white yam actually, with coconut oil or MCT oil, cinnamon, chicken, and asparagus. I've been trying to keep my fats up a little bit because it does keep me more satiated throughout the day. And also I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about, I've been doing a lot more research on like blood sugar levels and insulin levels, and healthy fats are really good for that. So I'm gonna have that, and then I'm going to have this little dark chocolate afterwards because sweet tooth cravings, and then get back to work. But I will catch you guys up with intuitive eating after this. So intuitive eating, I thought it was going to be important for me to just kind of talk to you guys a little bit about my approach to it and how my mindset is with everything that's going on. I'm actually currently just drinking green tea right now. Ooh, pardon me. But as far as it goes with intuitive eating, as a lot of you guys know, like I said earlier, I have been tracking my macros for about 5 years. And on top of that, I'm also a full-time online coach where I also assist other people in tracking their food, learning how to eat what's best for their body, focusing on digestive health, all of these different things that have just contributed to me having a lot of education when it comes to nutrition. And because of that, I feel like I'm really able to trust myself and really be in tune and listen to my body. You know, I always preach more of a holistic style of health and having balance. And for me, like, balance, and I think it's important for me to be able to embrace that myself. And so what I've actually started doing with a lot of my clients too is starting them off with tracking, because that's where you really gain the educational aspect of knowing what portion sizes look like, knowing what's in different kinds of foods, and understanding what you're actually putting into your body, and then transitioning into more of an untracked style of eating where you maybe take a few days out of the week where you don't track. And so when I first did start intuitive eating about 2 weeks ago, I was still weighing out pretty much everything I ate because it was a matter of me knowing how much I was eating, and I was like, you know what, this is not intuitive eating. And so I actually started to not weigh out a lot of the foods I was eating and just really focus on nourishing my body. And so for me, a huge thing as of recently has been gut and digestive health. And so as some of the meals that you guys have seen today, I make sure that I pick foods that I know are going to keep me full for a longer period of time. So something that usually has fiber in it, because I do work for prolonged periods of time where I don't want to even have to think about what I'm going to eat next. And if I do get hungry, then I'll just go grab a quick snack of something that I know is nourishing my body. And so for me, my goal at every meal is to be aware and to kind of almost plan it out in my head right before I go into eating it. Because if I walk into the kitchen really hungry, which I actually follow what's called the intuitive hunger scale right now, which I'm going to put right here for you guys. I never try to walk into the kitchen super hungry or let myself get to that point, but I always make sure that I have an idea in my head of kind of what I'm feeling like I want to eat. And for me, a lot of the times I do crave healthier foods, and that's because I've been giving my body healthy foods. Another goal of mine is I always used to be really lower fat when I would eat, and after talking to Chris for a little bit and kind of experimenting with this, you know, he used to eat really high fat. He was even keto at one point, and I would never ever do that, I don't think. But I did start incorporating a little bit higher fat into my diet, and it keeps me satiated a lot longer and kind of cuts cravings out for me. So even with like having dark chocolate and having like MCT oil and things like that, it's really helped to subside my cravings. And I really don't crave a lot of things that are super sweet. And if I do, it's usually just I'll have a Zen Evo like protein cup, or I'll have a dark chocolate or a rice cake and peanut butter. But I try to not have them all the time because obviously that's going to continue to make me want to eat those kinds of foods. So with me knowing, you know, I don't want to spike my insulin super high because then I'm going to crave a lot more food. I have those thoughts in the back of my head, but I also listen to my body. So for the meals that I eat today, you know, generally I just choose something that has like a protein, carb. I try to get a vegetable in there, and MCT oil. And if I don't feel like eating a vegetable, then I won't eat a vegetable. If I don't feel like having protein at a meal, then I won't eat protein at that meal. It's just a matter of really listening to my body, but knowing that if I don't get the, you know, protein I want in for the day, because I do lift a lot and I do work out a lot, so it's important for me to obviously get those things in, then I am conscious of what I'm doing, and I'm actually like, okay, maybe you should have a bigger portion of protein at your next meal. Even if I'm not necessarily feeling up to it, I still know that I have goals to reach. So, you know, it's kind of 50-50 with intuitive and just really using my knowledge that I know and that I've learned over time from tracking macros and from, you know, being in bodybuilding and understanding the different kinds of things I've been doing. But you know, on a rest day I actually tend to be a lot hungrier, so I'm trying to just keep foods in me that are going to keep me satiated, have fiber in them, and not spike my insulin levels super high with some processed foods. So that's kind of my approach on how I'm doing intuitive eating. I'll keep you guys in the loop for you know, how it goes throughout my weeks, how I evolve, how I change. I'm sure I'll have a shift in my mindset. I already have this past week with kind of getting rid of using the scale and just really looking at how much I feel like I want to eat and putting that on the plate. I think that was a huge step for me, and I'm super, super proud of it. So I will keep you guys in the loop, but for now I am back to work, and I will catch up with you at my next meal. So I want to give you guys a little bit of a physique update. I just ate meal number 2 and worked for about an hour and a half. I'm not hungry yet, but I thought like I might show you guys at least what my body's looking like. So I feel honestly leaner. I'm up in weight. Booty is still pretty flat from when I prepped, but you know, I'm feeling really good. Legs are coming in super hardcore. Honestly, I feel like I'm putting on muscle mass, but I'm staying relatively lean. I'm up like 5 pounds from stage, but I feel good, and that's all that matters to me. You know, I digested that last meal really well. I feel so lean for it already being 11 o'clock and me having eaten 2 meals already. So thought I'd update you guys, let you know. But I'm just going to show you guys my meals for the rest of the day because it's going to be pretty boring and I don't want to make this video too long. So let's get to it. I'll see you at my next meal. Y'all, so when it is hot AF outside, I really just want a salad. And right now I just really just want a big nutrient dense, big ass motherfucking salad. So I'm going to make one and I'm going to show you guys what I put in it. And yeah, let's get to it. Walked to Starbucks and sat there for like 2.5 hours. It's like 4 o'clock now. It's not dinner time, but I'm like starving. I'm actually extremely hungry. So this is the thing with intuitive eating. It's like I don't know what I want right now, so I'm gonna wait a second. I'm gonna think about it because I kind of want breakfast food, but I don't really know. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna plan it out so I don't impulsively eat, and then I'll show you guys what I make. Okay, so here's my plate of randomness. Kind of wanted breakfast, so I went with like a kind of breakfast sandwich. It's an egg whites, spinach, and then I'm just gonna put this on here. But I wanted to show you guys, I put, this is a really good whipped cream cheese I found. Probably fillers, but totally whatever for now. And it's salted caramel flavor, so I'm a weirdo and I put that together. And then, of course, my green beans with ginger. And I might have this after, but I'll let you know in my next meal if I actually end up having it. If I want something sweet, we'll see. So this is what I'm having. It was definitely impulsive, I'm not gonna lie, but it looks good as fuck, so let's eat. I'm a freaking genius. Look at the sandwich. Look into this. It's so good. Honey, look at that. Yes. So I basically just put this is just my protein ice cream I always make. If you guys want to see it, you can look at my last Foodie Friday video. I think I made it. It's just half a frozen banana, vegan protein powder from NutriKey, and then a Zen Evo dark chocolate and some cashew milk. And I'm just going to top it with some cinnamon and eat this right now. I'm really hot. Like, it is so hot. My veins are like popping out of my body because it's so hot. I just wanted something cold. So I'm having this right now. I don't think it's the last thing I'll eat. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to eat this now and then I'll catch up with you guys if I have another meal. If I'm feeling like one. If not, then I won't. I'll just do a little outro for you. But this is what I'm eating now. It's like 6:15ish, I think. I don't even know. But I'm hungry. So I sat out by the pool with a little bit with Chris to try and get a base tan for Cancuners because I'm pale AF. Go to Cancun on Monday. So I'm gonna eat this and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Well, it needed crunch, so I just added some Oreos. Not a lot, just a few, and then all the cinnamon gains. Okay, wow, that was a lot. Alrighty, there we go. Now we all know what time it is. If you know what time it is, comment below if you knew. If you already knew what was about to happen. I'm about to have You guessed it. You guessed it.
Huh? Who is that?
Stop it. Your butthead. You already knew. So I'm gonna add a little bit of ginger to this, and it's just usually what I have like pretty late at night before I go to the sleeps. I honestly just always crave something kind of savory after I have like my last meal, and so this is what I have. I'm still keeping up the tradition. I don't have it every night, but if I'm a little bit hungry, this is generally what I go to. And so I'm gonna have this, and I'll catch up with you guys before I head out, but this is it for today.